Hola from the west side. It is me, DC the Purple Diva. Welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Saturday. Hey, uppity unicorn. Okay. It was quiet for a minute. I'm here. Y'all, today was a crazy day. I was in those stores just trying to get some stuff, make sure we have some stuff in the house. And I'm here in California. And it was a little bit hard catching up with anything, getting anything. You could not find water. Forget about water, forget about toilet paper. And I still don't understand the toilet paper thing. And forget about paper towels, anything on those lines. You could barely find like pancake mix, eggs, bacon, ground beef, ground chicken. People were buying 6 and 7 pounds of ground beef, 6 and 7 pounds of chicken. They were doing all kinds of craziness. It was insane. But got what I needed. I'm good. Maybe I might need maybe 1 or 2 other things, but I think I'm pretty good. I think we're stocked up. I think that we have what we need. But you guys, people were still going over to the China offshore shipping and trade company. Y'all was over there. I didn't go anywhere near there. Nope. I was not at China Offshore Shipping and Trade Company, also known as Costco. Told you that place is owned by the Chinese. But that's what Costco stands for. China Offshore Shipping and Trade Company. It doesn't matter if the headquarters is somewhere in the United States. I just like people to be educated, especially because you're going in there and pulling everything up in the store. And not saying that things are on everything coming up from over there, but just use wisdom. I don't know if that would have been a place I would be going to get water. I'm just saying. But y'all have at it. But I even went to some of the local, the markets. And I'm not talking about, your major chains. I'm talking about, your little smaller stores. Didn't matter. But guess where there wasn't a line and I was able to get in and out? The Dollar General. Yeah, the Dollar General stores. And they still had a pretty good, of certain things that you were trying to get, like, laundry detergent. They still had some, food products in there. They still had toilet paper. LOL. Hey, AKA James. But yeah, people are losing their minds. And y'all know, I didn't go live, but I did video. I will be uploading a vlog once I edit it, showing some of the mayhem that I saw in the stores. 99-cent store was crazy, but they had a lot of stuff. And they seem to be getting it in on a regular basis. But it was crazy. I mean, and, you know, I saw people out there just, this one guy, let me tell y'all about this. I have to tell y'all about this one. I was in a 99-cent store, and this one guy, now, every line is full of people, it's overflowing. You know, this guy tries to make people think that he might have this virus just so somebody will let him go ahead in line. I just looked at him and I said, you know what? I'm not worried about what you got, because whatever you got ain't gonna get on me. All right, so you think by making people think that you have whatever's going on? Yeah, people were trying to do some stupid stuff just to jump in line and grab stuff. Stop it. Hey, Tutu Thing Thing. That I was out there. By the time I got home, I was just exhausted. And I left the house around 9. And I didn't go straight to the store, so let me just say that. I had to go get my nails done, y'all. First things first. Because, you know, I don't know. Then I went to the stores. The first store I went to was the 99-cent store. That was the crazy store. The next store I went to was, you know, a grocery store, one of the ones. I wasn't going to like a Ralph's or a Vons. I wasn't doing it. I already knew. And I was barely able to get some chicken and barely able to get some ground beef. Okay. Couldn't find eggs or bacon. So then I went to a store number 3, y'all. I was able to get some more ground beef. I was able to get the eggs. I was able to get the bacon. But I still had to go to one more store. Because then I had to get, you know, just a couple more things, you know, laundry detergent and everything. I went to 4 stores. By the time I get home, it was almost 3 o'clock this afternoon. From, you know, standing in line, waiting in line, grabbing what I could grab. It was almost 3 o'clock this afternoon. And I was ready to just pass out. Hey, Sienna. Hey, Miss Full Roller. If you are not, this is one of the things that I'm going to tell people, you know, right now, even in this panic, if you're going to start gardening, you might want to do it just now. Get your stuff started. You know, for those of you who may be stuck home over the next couple of weeks, if you're in one of those, you know, if you happen to be a teacher and you're not going to be able to teach because your school district is closed, at least I know the teachers in LA Unified are going to be paid. I hope that's what's going to be happening in all these other school districts. So if you're still getting paid, then yeah, do a little gardening. Start your gardens. It's March. It's a good time. You know, some things should have been done last month, depending on what you're trying to plan. But if you're in a place like where I am, California, you've got lots of options of things that you can plant because how the weather is here. So take advantage of getting out there and growing a little something, even if you think you don't have a green thumb. Because you guys think about it. Remember, I kept talking about this. I've been talking about this the whole time, even though, this is not a gardening channel. But I do everything, y'all. And I've had gardens every place that I've lived. So I grew up with my mom doing stuff. Just a few things. I'm going to do my little herb garden. So I have my little fresh herbs. And I'm actually going to do that in one of those hydroponics that you can, grow in, indoors for like just certain herbs and stuff. And then I'll have a few things growing outside. I haven't decided what's going to be growing outside yet. But I'm going to grow some things. But now will be a good time to visit some farmers markets if they have them in your areas. They still have food. Go to the little small meat markets and stuff. They still have plenty of meat. But for those who weren't able to go to those meat stores, they were buying out the meat departments in the actual regular markets. But everybody needs to start, even if you have to be a container crop gardener, like my friend Chef and More, her second channel is container crops because she's doing container gardening. But I can plant some of my stuff in the ground, and I can put some of my stuff in containers. So I've got the option of doing both where I am. So I'm going to take advantage of that. And I'm probably going to get my son to help with that too. Because I think that would be something good for him to do. A good way for him to, learn a little bit about gardening. I've tried to get him to help me in the past. It's not always been a successful thing. But, I'm going to keep trying because it's really important for him to understand about that. And I know I sound a little congested, but I'm not really. I'm just, now I'm all dry and I'm not congested, but my allergies are all crazy. But I didn't see a whole lot of people out there sneezing and coughing and, people were just trying to get in and out of the stores. But it was not an easy process. It was not an easy process. And it's raining. It's raining off and on all day. It's supposed to rain off and on tomorrow. And then another storm is coming in. It's going to keep it wet for a few days again. So it's, that kind of weather right now. And do you know on TV today, you knew that those greedy people were going to find some way to keep you entertained on regular TV. So they just played reruns of last year's games? Gotta love the networks. But if you have Prime, you need to look at Women of Troy, where my friend Cheryl Miller and my friends, the McGee twins, are showcased. But it's really about Cheryl. But it's really about the women of Troy. Great. Good little documentary they put up. Really shows you what these women's contributions were and how it shaped the way for the WNBA And for Cynthia Cooper to come in there and dominate it for the first 4 years. Yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Women of Troy basketball team at my college. Great documentary. Yeah. And you know, the 24-hour stores aren't even open 24 hours right now because, you know, there are some Ralphs and Vons, you know, and I'm sure Kroger's, where that are 24 hours. But not right now. They're not. They're shutting down at night so that they can restock. Because if they were open 24 hours, they really would run out of food. And now some of them are trying to ration, but too late for all that. You should have been rationing a few days ago before they ran through all your toilet paper. Toilet paper. I mean, people are getting a year's supply of toilet paper. That's just crazy. Yeah, the container crops, that's what I'm saying. Some of mine are in the ground, but I have some things that I'm doing that I do in containers. You know? You have to be versatile depending on what your situation is. And I know a lot of people who are in urban situations, you know, don't have a piece of land that they can plant in, but you can use containers. You know? And if you can't afford to get the good ones, you can start with those, you know, the ones from Home Depot. You can start with those and work your way up to the, you know, the better containers. Oh, yeah, they're buying up everything. But, I mean, some of the stores are going to be restocked tomorrow. You know, on Monday, and you'll be able to get stuff, you know, but people were losing their daggone minds this weekend. Supposedly, 45 got tested. Supposedly, the vice president got tested. Do you think we will really know what their test results are? Do you think that information is going to be shared with us accurately? Let's think about that. You know, because, you know, he's been around a whole bunch of people who are testing positive. David, Miss Pamela said hi. Miss Pamela said hi.
Okay, hi.
Say hi, you two.
Hi, you too.
Say hi, Miss Pamela.
I met Pamela.
All right. Good job.
Good.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that baritone voice? He has a baritone voice. I know. But he's still my baby. He's still a baby to me, even though I know he's a grown man. Because that baritone voice makes me understand and realize that and recognize. Even when I forget. Hey, Zero. Exactly, Miss Full Roller Sierra. You can start with those. And I'm just saying, with what's going on right now, you guys, this should be a wake-up call that you need to be growing some things of your own. Even if it's a couple of little things, just a couple of things. I told you guys this last year. I said it before we even got into 2020. And then now we got this thing going on. And people are emptying shelves. I know people are going to calm down in a minute, you know, but we really don't know if this 2 weeks that, you know, places like California, you know, and New York are shutting down schools and stuff and shutting down certain things. If shutting down all of this stuff for the next few weeks, we hope that this is going to put, a slowdown on this here. I mean, because there's over 200 cases in California, y'all. Over 200. So, and we don't even have the testing centers up yet. Can you imagine what's going to happen when those are up? If they give out accurate information and not try to, say that people don't have it, that do have it? Can you even trust that they're going to give people accurate information? Can you even trust that? Here's the thing. No. Well, he said when he was talking that he didn't know the results yet. He said that the results will come back in a couple of days. So you're telling me that they're already saying that he came back negative? Because I'm not expecting the results for a day or two. So I'm not going to believe anything, for a couple of days, because he's still been exposed. He's still a high risk. He's 79 years old. He's in the high risk group. We don't really know what his health is because it's always been secretive. He doesn't have the healthiest diet. We do know that. He doesn't eat right. So, exactly, Matt. They don't have results back that quickly. If he just tested yesterday or today, they do not have the results back yet. And if they're telling you he's negative, they got results this fast, they're lying. Those aren't the results. It takes a couple of days to get the confirmation. So, yeah. They may think he's negative, but they really won't know for a couple of days. That's the reality. Even with 45, who's crazy behind, was trying to find some way to shoot this back to 44. Nah, dude. You can't blame 44 for things that are happening, I don't know, 4 years after. You have to just deal with the fact that things that you have done in regards to the relationship between our country and China may be the reason why China just let this happen. Put them and the rest of the world on a more even playing field for them, since they've got so many cases over there. And as I said yesterday, we still don't know who Patient X is. That elusive person that he is. Nobody can find him. He's fallen off the face of the map. But y'all know he's still out there. And the question is did Patient X die? Or is Patient X alive and well and they just basically spread it around for a minute? Who knows? Who knows what the real truth about that will be? Yeah, they're going to go ahead with some stupid... Of course, they're going to say he's negative. Whatever. I can't even trust that he actually got tested. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can't even trust that he actually got himself tested. Because he says the only reason he did it was because he was being pressured by the media. Oh, that darn media. They're so nosy. No, the American public wanted to know why you were walking around like you were Superman. I'm just saying. You know, we just don't know. Like I said, I can't even trust that the man actually got tested. I mean, he lied so much. Why would I believe that that's the truth? And why would I believe that Pence got really tested? They're gonna tell us whatever. I'm just telling you that. So, what do you guys think about the drive-ups? You know, that are supposed to happen this coming week at Target and Walmart. I'm gonna call it Target forever. You know, people are already, you know, losing their minds when they're going into the stores and everything now. So it should be interesting with the lines. And I wonder what the screening questions are going to be, because apparently they're going to have some website that you're going to go to, and then that's going to, you know, ask questions to help with the screening as to whether you should go get tested or not get tested. And apparently this test is going to be free. I worry about anything that's free. I worry about whether they're going to give you accurate results, or whether they're going to say people are positive that aren't positive, and say people are negative that aren't negative. And granted, yes, it is a type of flu, you know, and the commonly known flus can kill you. But the problem is, I don't trust these people in diagnosing this properly. To me, everybody's running around like chickens with their heads cut off, and they don't seem to know how to properly diagnose this. So I don't know. Why would I believe that they're suddenly getting their act together? Or this is just a facade to save face, so that we don't look crazy to the rest of the world. Maybe that's what it is, you know? Maybe that's what it is. I'm just saying, I just don't know what I can trust and what I can't trust coming out of that man's mouth. It is really, really sad when you have to question everything from the so-called leader of the country that you live in as to whether he's lying or not. Lies that this man tells, because he can lie with a straight face. So who knows if he really got tested, or if he's just saying, hey, I'm just going to tell them that I got tested just so that they'll stop asking about this. They don't need to know what's going on with me. Yeah. That's what I believe. I don't believe it. You know? I believe he's just telling us he got tested just to try to shut the American people up. That's what I think. I don't believe he got tested. I do not. You know, show me some results from a reputable somebody. I don't want to hear from his doctor again. From somebody unbiased, maybe. But we already know that the White House has been compromised. Air Force One has been compromised. So, you know, I'm like, dang, doesn't he care about whether he takes this back to his own wife and child? Does he not even care about that? I'm just saying. People have lost their freaking minds about this. I mean, now, of course, where I am, it wasn't as bad as in some other places, but I already told y'all, I didn't go anywhere near the China Offshore Shipping and Trade Company, aka Costco. I didn't go anywhere near that place. And I certainly wasn't anywhere near Walmart. Didn't go near either one of those stores. If I want to shop at Walmart, I'll shop at Walmart online. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it that way. But for right now, I'm stocked up for a minute. Yeah. And I have a water filter in my home. So my water is always filtered. I don't really need to have all those bottles of water in here unless, something happens to my supply of water, but I haven't heard of any cities cutting the water off on anybody and everything. So they're not going to cut off anything on anybody right now. And we just have to keep pressing forward and hoping that we're getting the accurate information. But I think the social distancing that people are doing is probably the right thing to do. Because I'm telling you, there's probably a number of people that are wandering around that already have been exposed and are positive but haven't been tested. Yeah, because they're already finding community cases. Like there's a child that is being treated at Children's Hospital in Los Angeles. And guess where they think the kid got it from? The child was being treated for something else, but the doctors thought that they may have had the symptoms. So health professionals may now be passing this on to others. That's how they're thinking that this child got it. So not through their parents or anybody outside, but from being in the hospital. That's really terrifying, though, if you think about it. No, they're not quick to handle this stuff. I mean, I'll just tell you, like here in Los Angeles County, they're already talking about the fact that, some of their telephone systems cannot handle the amount of calls that are coming in, and the calls are not coming in from people, but they have phone lines set up for the hospitals and everything to call in. They're used to only getting like 60 to 100 calls a day, okay? Or 60 to 100 calls a week, I'm sorry. They're getting like 200 to 300 calls a day now. So their system is, very much on the verge. So yeah, they're trying to figure it out right now, working tirelessly over this weekend for the city of LA to figure it out. Yeah, LA City Hall is closed to the public. Most city halls is closed to the public. But it's very ironic to me that the school districts in the South Bay, south of Los Angeles, and I'm going to call them out, Inglewood, Hawthorne, Torrance, Lawndale, Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach. Yes, none of these school districts in this area, south of Los Angeles, have shut down their schools. None. And granted, there haven't been any reported cases, as far as I know, in any of these school districts, but it's very interesting that everybody north of LA Unified is shutting down, but all of those south of LA Unified are not. Let's ponder that. It's just crazy. So I don't even understand how that's going to work. But I'm sure it's because some of these school districts are really not equipped to have their kids at home being homeschooled. I really honestly believe that. They're not ready for it. They're not. And I can't even guarantee the ones that have closed down are ready for it. This is an experiment for Los Angeles Unified School District. This is going to be an experiment to see if they can handle online schooling. It's going to be an experiment. They need to stop, drop, and roll. Yeah. Well, you guys, I have certain opinions about, the mayor of Inglewood because, he's never been for the people of Inglewood. He's all about that money. So I don't know what his problem is. Hawthorne, another greedy mayor, has had multiple greedy mayors. I think they might have somebody in there decent now, but Lawndale County, Torrance, I just don't understand what's going to happen. Because see, all of these smaller school districts, they all form their own little thing called the Southwest SELPA. So they have their own, school district. All of these other school districts that I named, they really have their own little small super sub district together. They form it together because they're not part of LA Unified. So let's see what they're going to do. I'm concerned about that. The regional center that my son receives his services through had a potential of somebody compromising their facilities. So now they're shut down for the next 2 weeks, including the clinic where the doctors are, where my son goes get services, and the dental office that he goes to. Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. But I did get notes from the place that he, receives his services from during the day. And they did send home something on Friday as to how they were handling things because, people on the autism spectrum are either touchy-feely or they're not. Okay? My son is one of those ones that's very, very, social in that he says hi to people and he holds out his hand and shakes your hand when he's saying hi to everybody. So we've had to retrain him to either bump that fist or give them the elbow. No holding people's hands, shaking their hands, none of that. And apparently they're teaching all of the other, kids, as I always call them, but the other consumers, the same thing. So this is going to be, I'm hoping that this will help with that because it's hard for him to not shake people's hands because that's what he likes to do. But he can't do it right now, y'all. He can't be bringing nothing up in here. I must stay healthy. Yeah. Torrance School District's not doing a daggone thing yet. Now, everything can change between now and Monday, but as of right now, no other school districts are closing. Now, it could change, like I said, in the next couple of days. Maybe they're waiting to see what happens on Monday, Tuesday with LA Unified and with Glendale and, Riverside County and, the other ones that have started. Even the Catholic schools are closed, y'all. Even the Archdiocese in Los Angeles had enough sense to close all of the Catholic schools. They're all closed. So, we'll see how this works. I am concerned about, all children getting the resources that they need. I'm concerned about that. You know, I mean, my son has always had internet access, and he's always had, you know, computer and stuff. But that's not, you know, that's not the case for everybody else. You know, and I especially felt that he needed to have all of that because of him being on the spectrum for autism. You know, but I'm you know, a fortunate person in being able to facilitate that, you know, for my son. You know, but everyone's not able to do that. And, you know, and you have to think about it. When all these school districts are closing down, this is also impacting the, you know, the autism community, the our kids and everything, because when school district shuts down, well, they don't go to school either.
Take the jacket off. Take the hat off.
Yeah, they don't go to school either. You know, I'm so glad my son is not in school now. And, you know, that this isn't impacting him at that level. I can only imagine how this is impacting, you know, the families who's, you know, who have kids in school. These kids have to be like losing their mind, because this like disrupts their entire schedule. And for kids on the autism spectrum, things change is hard. If things change, you know, quickly on them, they can flip out on you. They can flip out on you. Hey, Eva. So I'm really concerned about, you know, how it's going to impact, you know, kids that are special needs, and not just kids that have autism, you know, because they're not the only ones that are in special needs. You know, I mean, yeah, they do try to throw kids in there that have behavioral issues. But most of the kids in special education are actually supposed to be there. But we have the ones that are behavior, so I'm just going to address the ones that should be in special education. Yeah, this is going to affect these kids. You know, and every parent is not going to be able to be at home with their child. So what do they do with the kids that are, you know, too young to be latchkey kids in the house by themselves? Are these parents going to have to take off work now for the next couple of weeks? You know, because what? There's not going to be daycares that are just going to suddenly spring up to take in all of these children so the parents can go to work. You know, they didn't think about that. You know, now you're going to have to worry about whether these kids are going to be out in the streets instead of at home learning. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens Monday, Tuesday. Now, it's probably going to be raining on Monday, so raining, they'll stay home. Yeah, they'll stay inside that day. But if the sun is shining, are they going to stay at home and really get their work done before they go hit the streets? Who's going to be watching our children? Is this putting our children at more risk? These are just things to think about, guys. You know, these are things to think about. You know, because a lot of businesses are not shutting down. Some are shutting down because they don't have any choice. But a lot of businesses are not shutting down. It's going to still be business as usual. You know, people are not going to be staying home doing this, you know, this next 2 weeks. This is really more impacting our kids. for the next couple of weeks. It's our kids. Hey, Angel. Exactly, Eva. That's what I'm saying. You know, I mean, because I don't know what the law is in most states. I believe, but I know, well, I think kids aren't supposed to be technically left alone until they're, what is it? Is it 12? Do they have to be 12 or 13 before they can technically be left alone legally? And really, never. So, you know, I mean, I was a latchkey kid. Me and my siblings got home, you know, a couple hours before my mom got home from work, but, you know, I was in high school. So there was somebody home old enough for them. And I grew up on the East Coast, so that's what the rules were back then. But yeah, you can't be leaving all these children home by themselves. So what's going to happen, you know? Because I know, like, for LA Unified, they're not going to have their resource center up and running until Wednesday. So the first 2 days, you're and your own parents. We'll be able to help you out by Wednesday. But so that means some parents may actually have to take off for a couple of days. What if they don't have any time? Then they have to take 2 days off without pay. You know? That's what I'm saying, you know, like, and my son is, you know, my son's an adult now. I mean, but yeah, I could never leave him alone either when he was younger. And here's the thing. There was only a period. The only time my son was home by himself was when my mom had a heart attack. And he was only home by himself for like an hour. And this is when he was older. Because I would be literally, when he would get home, my neighbor was like watching out for him, you know, and everything, made sure he walked into the house. And then I was home like 30 minutes later, you know. But for the most part, he's not by himself. Somebody's with him, and he's an adult. You know, so I can only imagine how people are about their kids. It's not going to be, you know, I don't know how social services is going to be handling this. This is just going to be a nightmare. From that standpoint. Our children's education is in jeopardy right now, people. And I'm not even being funny about this because, I mean, how many of them are really going to be getting educated from home if there's not a parent there to make sure they're being educated? They don't have access to the internet to be able to get online. I'm making a major point here. It's not going to be evenly out for everybody. Some kids are going to lose out especially if this goes for more than the 2 weeks. I know. It's still, that's what I'm saying. The legal age to leave children, it's not like it was back in the 70s or the 80s, for that matter. You know, in this day and age, it's too many crazies You really can't leave a kid home by themselves at any age. It's sad to say, people will snatch your child. Oh my goodness, I just thought about that. Shoot. Oh, you are? Yeah, I thought about that. I forgot that that's where you worked right now, Angel. I know everything will probably eventually go back to normal, but yeah, people who work in, like, sporting arenas and everything, they're not having any work right now. Now, like, but in Los Angeles, I thought it was very, very good that they're gonna pay those people at the sporting arenas here, at least for the first 2 weeks. The teams are going to make sure that they get their money.
That's for the players and the coaches and the
members. I mean, the teams are going to make sure that these people get their money for the first 2 weeks. Same thing with the schools. Those teachers are going to get paid. To stay home. But how long can they do that? How long can they get through doing that? It's a little scary. But do I tell people that they should be a little bit more calm? Absolutely. Because yeah, there's stuff that they're not telling us. We know that. But we got to keep our heads and keep our wits about ourselves. Yeah, the welfare office is going to be full for some people. But I wonder how much longer the offices, county offices, Social Security offices, and everything. Are they gonna start shutting down because of this virus? Think about it. Now the banks can't shut down; they're stuck because people will burn those banks down to the ground if they can't get to their money. It will be mayhem. That would cause super mayhem, which is why I keep telling everybody, keep your little stash at home for right now. Keep your little stash of money at home. Just a smart way to go. Hey, Terry. Yes, I actually came on time tonight, y'all. I actually came on at 9:30. West Coast time, I did. And I put out that notice to you guys, 45 minutes ahead of time? No, more than that, almost an hour and 15 minutes early. I sent out the notification so that most people should have got the notification on time. I came on time tonight. I mean, well, what else would I be doing, y'all, but being at home? We're all at home. We've been just watching movies and documentaries and stuff over here today since I got home. I did videotape when I was out in the stores. I got video of those empty shelves. I got video of my shopping carts and the bags. I got video of all that stuff. So I'm going to probably edit it and put it together because, this is historic. We've had worse viruses supposedly that really probably were worse than what's going on right now. And we didn't react like this. The way that we are reacting in the United States is insane. You know, absolutely insane. You know, I mean, what is getting all of this stuff going to do? How is it going to help? You know, people are overdoing it. I know this is crazy how people are reacting. It's the reaction. It's not even the actual sickness. It's how people are reacting to this situation. Truly, it is. It's, you know, they've just taken it next level. They've just taken it next level. But I'm going to be interested to see what's going to happen on Monday. How this is, I'm really going to be watching to see how this impacts the kids' educations. You know, especially kids on the spectrum that have been being yanked out of school. And I just can't even think about how this is going to really impact so many children. And a lot of these kids are going to be kids of color. You know, so I'm really hoping that this is only a 2-week exercise. So they're out for the week in Sacramento. See, telling you, not all schools in Southern California are closing. You know, you've got schools like Inglewood School District, Carson's not closing, Compton's not closing. Yeah, and all those other school districts that I named are not closing as of yet. They're not closing. So it's going to be a mixed bag. It's going to be a mixed bag. It really is. That's the way that I see it. And I'm wondering how this PBS program is going to be. That is so rude.
That's so good.
He sees me on live, but this is when he decides he's going to give himself some ice. All of the schools in Utah are closed. Wow. That doesn't surprise me, though. That don't surprise me. Don't surprise me at all. They're already prepared. They were already prepared for something like this. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, Mormons are always stacking up the stuff. And the state of Utah, although everyone in Utah is not Mormon, that is the Mormon state. And those people are always prepared for the end of the world. They even have, I mean, because they have one of their stores that's right here in the community that I live in. I didn't know that was, but I didn't know what that was. It's like their survival gear store. I did not know what it was. You know, and I mean, I have friends that are Mormons. I just, you know, some of that stuff they believe, the rest of us don't believe. But they're all about being prepared for the end of the world. So they're gonna be closed for 2 weeks. Well, they probably have supplies for the next 6 months, so they're good. They're always ready. I mean, it's like, I'm not even joking about it. They're always ready. If you study something about Mormonism and their beliefs about certain things, those people are always ready. But I'm going to come on, guys, because I'm about to jump off. So you guys can see me. Let me turn on the camera. Hey, everybody. Yep. I am about to get off of here. Today's been an exhausting day. I know. Do I look like I'm tired? I was out there in that zoo. Guys. But I'm home now. I got what we needed to get. And we're gonna be okay. We are covered. Everything that I'm telling you guys to do, I'm doing. I am going to go ahead and get this freaking real ID, just so I have it, just in case. I'll have my updated passport and everything, all of that. Gonna do what I gotta do. But guys, I know y'all hear David in the background. He wants to be the star. He won't let mommy be great. He's not gonna let mom be great. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here tonight. Today has been just a wake-up call, being out there and all that madness. Y'all will see when I post a video. And I mean, just be safe, guys. Be safe with your health. Be safe with your health. But I'm just going to give you guys my normal peace. There you go. Peace and blessings from the West Side. I will see you guys tomorrow. I may come on during the day because I won't be videotaping out in some store like I was today. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Even if it's not during the day, I'll be back tomorrow night for sure. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. And I'm hoping we'll have something else to talk about besides this freaking coronavirus. I want to talk about something else. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye. Get this together, girl.